the Enlightened Dominatrix from unleashmydominatrix.com. And I am here with a quick message. I said that, first of all, I need to apologize because I said that I was going to be here live every Sunday, and last Sunday I was not. Now I got my reasons, right? I got my excuses. None of that matters. We are going to continue on every Sunday here on the Enlightened Dominatrix channel here on YouTube. So today's quick message is going to be about 5 reasons why you, as a successful, beautiful, amazing, incredible sister that you are, cannot let go of your trauma. And maybe even why you're like, you know what, underneath it all, and maybe you're a little afraid to share this with yourself, but you don't want to let it go, right? Now, it might be hidden, you might not be talking about it. You may, in some instances, feel like it's not even an issue while you are living with all of the things to show you that the trauma that you went through is still affecting your life and it's still running it. And we got to release that, right? And that is what I'm here to do and to help my sisters with, help you to release that shame, that guilt that has been running your life, okay? And be able to dominate in it and choose what you would like in your life, right? To choose to dominate your life, to dominate the universe, get what it is that you desire, feel good doing it, be unapologetic about it. That is part of what we are doing here. So, the number one reason why you maybe can't let go of or don't want to let go of your trauma is that it fueled your success, right? Like, that pain, you turn that into fuel. So proud of you for doing that. Trust me, I understand. Same thing I did, right? You turn that pain into fuel and it gives you an edge, right? It gives you almost like it isn't, I mean, of course, it's not a head start, but it's like an extra jolt, right? That fuel from that pain. It gives you a drive unlike any other. And ultimately, you might be feeling like if you release this trauma, if you move from a different energy, if you heal, that you're going to lose that drive, right? You are no longer going to be able to keep your success. Have the people around you feel the same way, give you the same amount of respect. Well, I want to definitely let you know that this makes sense, and it is a reason why a lot of us are holding on to the pains from our trauma. But you can absolutely let it go and know that that drive never goes anywhere, right? And if it does for a moment, then it's really just to allow you to sit back and relax a bit, right? And allow others to come and give, and you can receive, which of course, same energy, right? And what's wrong with that, right? What's wrong with a more balanced life where you are actually receiving, though you're used to always giving, right? I don't see how that could be wrong, because again, that drive, that determination, it never goes anywhere. So number two is that you built a life around proving them wrong, right? Them being society, your ex, your parents, your teachers, right? Anyone who ended up being ultimately like they were the villain, right, in your story, right? There was something that you were trying to prove because that trauma put you in a place of feeling like you needed to prove something. So, okay, you are still fighting and fighting and fighting, and you consciously or unconsciously don't even know what would be left if you weren't fighting. So you feel like you need to keep up that fight. And sis, I'm here to let you know you don't. Though I'm fighting a little bit with the heat that is happening because I had to turn off I had to turn off my airing devices, okay, breezing devices, because they were making a little too much noise. Okay, so we're gonna work out on that. And so yeah, so I am dealing with this for y'all. Okay, this is for you. This is for you. Okay, so yes, you built a life around it and you had to fight to get here. And once you drop that fight and release that fight, there is so much of a more expansive, incredibly joyous version of you that you are looking for, that is waiting for you. Okay? So, number three is that being strong has defined you, especially as a woman of color. You can find that sometimes you're labeled to be strong, but it is the energy that you are likely living in, right? And it was because you had to. It was not because you wanted to, right? Like, it's so interesting because people feel like you want to be strong and you want to take all of these burdens on and you want to be the one who holds everybody up or down or however we're saying it. But no, right? You're tired of that. But at the same time, that's all you know, right? And it's like, if I'm not being this strong person, then who's going to stand up? Who's going to, hold it up or down like I would do if I take myself out of being the strong one and give somebody else that position? It's like you actually have to, this badge of armor that, is keeping you going every day, going strong, having to release that. It's like, who are you going to be then? And who's going to step up in that place? And I want to let you know that that is the last thing that you have to worry about. Just know that the strength doesn't go anywhere, but there are other versions of strength that allow you to move without being drained, without feeling like you have to give all of yourself away, right? Without feeling like first call during live. Look at us. Look, we didn't reach the milestone there. But that you have to be strong for everyone else. And look, it never goes anywhere. So anytime you want to, you can pick it back up. But that could be part of the reason why you don't want to release that trauma, because you are the strong one and you will be. Okay, so number four is that fear, excuse me, and as you know already, if you've been here before, I got a list, okay? So this is written down. So I got to read my own handwriting. But you fear the unknown version of you without it, right? It's still the same. Like, who would you become if you weren't the you that you know who has dealt with this trauma and the effects of this trauma, right? The shame, the guilt, the fear, the playing small, the overextending yourself, the, not even giving yourself the time and energy that you need. Who will you become, right? If you are not standing in that energy, right? So fear is, of course, part of what you get from the trauma, but that fear becomes something that you are accustomed to, right? We say comfortable, but it's really just familiar, right? It just allows you to feel like you're in a comfortable place. But you see now that that comfortable place isn't getting you where you'd like to be. So even though you're ready to release it, you still feel stuck in it. And it could be because you actually fear losing these fears, right? And who they have allowed you to be. Okay, so number five is that it actually allows you to justify the walls that you've put up, right? You, if you release this trauma, then you'll have to be soft, right? You'll have to be trusting. You'll have to open up. You'll have to be vulnerable. And that's not something, if it's not something that you're accustomed to, then it's not familiar, which again means it's not comfortable. So, yes, you may not want to release the trauma because you don't want to be vulnerable. And I get it. To put yourself out there, especially after you've been violated before, after you have so much shame that is built up around that, to actually move in an energy of being open and vulnerable and soft, it is not the easiest thing. But I will say that you absolutely deserve it, because that is what's leading you until the whole healthy, happy, joyous version of you that you are looking to become. So, yes, that fire, that strength, that independence, all of the things that actually that trauma has helped you to cultivate within yourself will always be there. But imagine a life where you could live without the weight of fears, guilt, shame, right? Being drained, stepped on, not appreciating yourself, not giving yourself the love that you not only deserve, but that you were absolutely meant to have. So I would love to share some more information with you to be able to help you move past and releasing and actually just moving into the whole unapologetic full version of yourself. So meet me at unleashmydominatrix.com. I want you to go in, actually sign up, because we have some things that are coming down the pipeline that I want you to be the first one to know about. I want you to be able to really get the healing that you deserve and to be able to transcend even when part of you is trying to stop you from healing, is trying to stop you from moving on and being the whole amazing version of you. I can absolutely help you bypass that and help you become the full, happy version of you that every dominatrix would allow herself to be. And with that, I'm going to get up out of here because I'm going to make some moves a little bit. But find yourself on unleashmydominatrix.com. Sign up to be notified of what's next. And I will meet you back here next Sunday, maybe even before that. But I don't want to make no promises. Look, I might do a pop-up or two. But definitely next Sunday, I will see you here. So for now, peace and love. Speak soon. Okay, so look.